All right, would you look at all these cars and trucks parked at the base of the mountain? Obviously, there are plenty of people up there looking for Viki and Dad.
Yeah, and Bo invited everyone to this little rescue party except for us. Come on, Sarah.
No, wait a minute. Why? Because, look, I think we ought to just turn around and head back to Landview, all right? We'll be back at the studio before the lunch break is even over.
What are you talking about? Since when do you put Bo's orders in front of Dad's life?
Megan, I'm not doing that.
Oh, come on, you have been arguing about this since we left. Coming up with the most ridiculous excuses that don't make any sense at all except that Bo said so.
All right, first of all, there is absolutely nothing that we can do up there. Secondly, we have made an obligation to Fraternity Row. Megan, you have a contract. And I told Mary Lynn that I would help her with Tiffany's blindness scenes.
Listen to yourself, Sarah. Now you're putting the show, Bo Buchanan, and Mary Lynn Coleman in front of your father.
No, I'm not.
What is it?
Look, I'm terrified, all right? I am terrified that we're gonna get up to that mountain just in time to see them pulling Dad's body out of that avalanche.
That monster they're putting on works 5 times harder than the smallest bit.
Yeah, if they ever get it running again.
Oh, Clint. Have a little patience, you know. Everybody up here is giving 110% of themselves.
I know that, Pa. I know that.
But why on earth are you grinning?
At you. For telling me to have patience. Now, that's Renee's influence. There's no question of that.
Yeah. You're right.
You know, she took on a lot organizing the chow for this whole crew and the other crew.
You're right again. And I'm real glad she finally went home. There's enough of this family in danger. And I am glad that Melinda Kramer and her TV crew got their story so they get the hell out of here.
Yeah, but when's the story going to change, Pa? We're not getting anywhere. We don't even know if Viki and the rest of them are in the tunnel. Hell, we don't even know that there's a tunnel down there.
The larger bit's in. We're ready to roll.
But what the hell are you waiting for? Start drilling.
We can't. That geologist, he's having a fit.
Clint!
Bob, listen, we can't use that pit. Malcolm's convinced it'd bring down the whole city of Eterna, kill anybody who's trapped down there.
Are you okay? Look, I know none of us are okay here, but you seem so far away, so distant.
Yes, you're right. I think I stepped into the long ago and not so far away.
Folks, I'm really sorry about this. Man, this whole unit was working not 2 minutes ago. Roger, I'm just going to reattach this wire, and if this doesn't work, I don't know what'll do it.
Look, I'm sure it'll work, Court.
It has to work. Oh, God, it has to work. Hello? Hello? Is anyone up there? Please, if you can hear us, help us. Please help us.
Here's what to do.
Telling me that Malcolm thinks there's going to be a cave-in?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
What the hell do we care what Malcolm thinks?
What are you, nuts, Pa? He's a geologist. He's our expert.
Well, why'd he let us put that bit on in the first place if we can't use the damn thing?
Because he's been running some tests. He's not 100% sure, but he's afraid that the force behind that big bit is going to set off vibrations.
Malcolm, get over here. I'm going to get it right from the horse's mouth. What are the odds here in a cave-in?
Oh, I suppose 60-40, maybe 50-50, but just maybe.
Well, what are the odds of running out of oxygen if we don't get to them?
You mean if they're not dead already? Because I have a lot of doubts about any of them surviving.
Now, just answer the question, okay?
How can I? We're dealing with the unknown here. I mean, you're assuming that there was an oxygen supply down there in that underground city to begin with. Now, we know the avalanche cut off whatever path they used to get down there. Now you want to speculate about if they're breathing or how long.
The point is to find out if they have it.
My professional opinion is we keep on using the small drill, very cautiously.
And that could take us days to get through, right? And the odds are that they would run out of oxygen before then, right?
Quite possibly.
So it's 50-50 no matter how you cut it.
Tell the crew chief to use the big bit. But tell him to use it like he's drilling on eggs.
Yeah, and at the least little bit of a tremor, we stop.
Look, I'll go along with this because it's your loved ones and therefore your choice. I just hope the walls of that old city hold up and you don't regret this.
Malcolm, we have no choice.
I'll tell the crew chief.
What a situation.
Guys.
Rafe.
Oh, Rafe, you got anything?
Yeah, I mean, like 100 men with picks and shovels.
Yeah, maybe something better, Ace. I got a portable radio transmitter. I brought in a police operator from headquarters.
Rafe, you think the people disappeared down there carrying walkie-talkies?
It's possible. If they're really trapped in an underground city, there could be radio equipment down there.
You know, it's just like you and your boys to come up with something worthless and just make it look like you're doing something.
Pa, just cool it, will you? Rafe, get to work on that radio. Everybody's standing around here talking about something. Nobody's doing nothing.
Viki, please. I told you there's too much static on the line to send any kind of a voice message.
I'm sorry.
No need to be sorry.
Well, should we try, like, the Morse code, then?
Well, all I know is the standard S.O.S. What about you, Roger?
Well, I know it all if I can remember it. When my father closed the exits to this place, this group determined to find a way out tapped out codes for hours trying to reach the outside world.
But it never worked, did it?
Well, then why are we pinning our whole lives on it?
Well, maybe there's somebody up there trying to find us with a receiver, hoping to get a signal.
Okay, Roger, you give it a shot then.
Okay. Well, I think a simple SOS is our best shot, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Oh, maybe all our people up on the top. Maybe they just haven't decided yet to go up there with a receiver, huh?
I like the way you put that, Cord. That means they soon will.
Exactly.
You know, we could do this in shifts. If you guys want to go rest up or something, that'll be fine with me.
Actually, honey, I want to talk to you about something. I made a decision.
Sure, honey.
I'll stay and keep Roger company. I'll be in charge of praying.
Look, someone is going to hear this. I know they will.
Sure.
Let me know when you get tired, Roger.
You doing okay?
Sure for the moment. If you SOS the world and I SOS the good Lord, someone has to respond.
I already told you 3 times. It's not your fault. Yeah, well, I should have known that you were going on about that nonsense because you were just afraid. Look, you're very talented, okay, I'll give you that, but that doesn't necessarily include mind reading. Well, according to Mom, it should. Oh, this is terrific. We're gonna sit here and trash Mom to help ourselves feel better about Dad. Okay? How do you think I should have called her? Oh, Sarah, they're happily divorced, remember? Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that she doesn't love him anymore. Well, not romantically, maybe, but I'm sure she still cares about him. I mean, Megan, it's going to be all over the wire services. I should probably just give her a call. Listen, she is probably embroiled in a bunch of meetings and totally oblivious to the outside world. Now, I say that we get out of this car and up to that mountain, and we help the workers with all the machinery, and we find Dad and the others. Just wait a minute. There's one other thing that I want to talk to you about. You're the one that's so eager to get back to Landview and start taping Fraternity Row, but okay. Look, I think the evidence here is pretty conclusive that whatever this family secret is definitely involves Viki and Dad. Oh, Sarah. Megan! What else can it be except that one of us is Vicky's daughter? Okay, that's it. That's it. I've had enough. I'm getting out of here. Now, you can sit in here and fantasize some absurdities about some fictional mother. But I'm going to go up to that mountain and save our very real, hopefully very much alive father. Fine. I'm coming with you.
Malcolm, we made a decision. How come they're not drilling you?
Well, I made them change the angle of the drill slightly, trying to cause the least amount of vibration, give those below the best possible chance.
You really do have doubts, don't you?
I'll put it like this, but with my family, I wouldn't allow it.
Excuse me. Hi, Sarah. Megan?
Don't even think about telling us to get off this mountain and back into the studio. We have just as much right to be here as you do.
How you feel?
Much better. You know, I guess you really do love me, don't you?
Of course I really do love you, honey. Where's that coming from?
Why'd you hug me in this smelly old clothes? I mean, I guess that's proof.
Well, to tell you the truth, honey, I wish you would decide to change your clothes because that would mean that I could change mine.
Honey, I told you, you go ahead and you change them anytime you want.
No, not until you do.
Look, I know. That's why I wanted to come here. Honey, I know this outfit is dirty and everything. It's just that I feel by putting on one of these Eterna uniforms, it's like giving up.
Honey, it's just some old uniform made out of cloth that's clean.
I know it's clean, but it was also worn by these people that were here and they died, and I don't want to be anything like them at all.
Why don't you look at it this way? The uniforms are the only thing we know for a fact aren't booby-trapped.
Yeah, I know, and I know this outfit's disgusting, and the whole thing is in my mind. So I'm gonna give in to everybody else, and I'm gonna put on one of these stupid uniforms.
Good. I think that's a good move.
You know what bugs me the most? Has to be the ugliest thing I will ever put on my body.
Oh.
But that's not the point. So I'm gonna check out this pile over here.
Okay. Whoa, honey, wait a second. Remember, there are some things in this room that are booby-trapped.
You're right. I almost forgot. Gold and death. They surround us here, don't they? I just don't know which one we're gonna find first.
Even though I know we have to tap out S.O.S for 24 hours, this lack of response is getting to me.
Yes, I know, me too. Why don't you give it a rest for a while?
It's a good idea. Now, I need to stretch. Oh, I just know that our families are up there with the police, the fire department, the National Guard, and probably every Boy and Girl Scout troop within a 500-mile radius.
And every piece of machinery that was ever invented. If they really know that we're here.
Well, I hate to say this, Viki, but except for my former wife, the only people that know about Eterna are trapped down here with us.
Yes, but Roger, they're going to find our cars on the mountain, aren't they? And they're going to know to concentrate their search in that area. Or maybe they will hear our signal, or maybe Carrie went and told Clint all about Eterna. Although I expect you probably told her never to talk about it.
Yes, but I'm sure she'll come forward if she knows our lives are at stake.
Would you mind telling me a little bit about Carrie as Megan's mother?
Well, she fell in love with Megan instantly, which wasn't very hard to do. Megan was a beautiful, blonde, blue-eyed little baby. Most beautiful you ever saw.
Makes me very sad that I can't picture her as a baby, though.
Oh, don't worry. When we get back up the top, I've got tons of photos. Anyway, Carrie adopted Megan, emotionally as well as legally, when we married.
So she was a very warm and a very loving mother to her then, was she?
Oh, absolutely. And then when Megan became a teenager, of course, this normal strain developed between them, and now Carrie has an easier time on a day-to-day relationship basis with Sarah than she does with Megan.
Well, that's understandable. I have the same problem. You know that we're going to be in for a lot of pain and grief when the truth comes out.
Oh, yeah, Megan's going to be furious. And her fury can be intimidating, but we can deal with it, and I think Carrie can bear help.
She must be quite a woman.
Yes. 2 times I've fallen in love, I've shown excellent judgment. Well, I guess I better get back to the radio and send this signal up to the surface.
Roger, do you think that Megan will just reject me?
Oh, of course not. No, you two will get along fine together.
I certainly hope so. I've such a longing to see my children, to hold them, all of them.
You just hang in there, Viki. That's what we're working on.
Honey, what are you doing hiding behind that pillar? We're married. I've seen you change before. In fact, I've seen your beautiful body thousands of times.
I'm not hiding from you, honey. It's just there's a mirror back here.
And what does the mirror say to the fair maiden?
That I'm getting fairer and fairer.
Oh. Well, hey.
What are you laughing at? It's not supposed to be funny.
Honey, I'm not laughing at you. I just think it's funny that you can take any situation, you can take any type of clothing, and you can come out looking as chic and as beautiful as ever.
Really?
Yes. Really.
Oh, honey, I just wanted to try to look good for you, that's all. And I thought, you know, maybe I could take some of the curse off this.
Oh, Tina, always thinking, huh?
Yeah. You know what I was thinking about, too? Food.
Yeah, you mean like one of those double cheeseburgers with extra crispy fries and a chocolate milkshake?
Oh,
and some
don't,
apple
please,
pie?
that's torturous. Don't do that. No, I was thinking about just opening up some cans for everybody for lunch.
Honey, I am proud of you. This is great. Now you're starting to think of things that we can do instead of all those things that we can't.
Oh, honey, believe me, I am still whining like usual on the inside. It's just, on the outside, I'm trying to be brave and strong, even if it means we're going to be here forever.
We are not going to be brave about being here forever because that's not going to happen. I know a lot of people who have no intention of letting that happen.
Yeah, well, I happen to think Michael and Gabrielle would be perfectly happy to stay here as long as the gold was here.
Sure.
And, you know, not so long ago, I probably would have agreed with them. Somewhere along the line, I guess I changed. You know, I wonder if that sort of thing just kind of happens when you're not looking.
Yeah, you have changed. And I don't think I could love you any more than I do right now. It's going to be all right, you know. We're going to get home, we're going to find CJ, and we're going to get on with our lives.
Oh, honey, I believe you. I do.
Oops, excuse me.
Hey,
Oh, wait. That's all right. I was just getting a hug for reassurance, you know, that everything was going to be okay.
Was that, you need something here?
Yeah, do you have a minute?
Sure. Yeah, Roger's on the radio trying to send out an S.O.S.
Oh, so it's fixed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, I mean, we can send the signal out. It's just if anybody's going to be there looking for it.
Honey, somebody is going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I forgot. Somebody will be there. Look, I'm going to go find Gabrielle and see if she's destroying anything while she's trying to find the gold.
Good idea. You be careful, honey. So what's up?
Well, no, it's forget.
No, really. Well, what's the matter? What's up?
Well, I was kind of having a crisis of confidence, you know. But now that the radio's fixed up, I'll stop worrying and everything.
Well, now, wait a minute. To be totally honest with you, and this is between you, me, and the lamppost. See, I've been trying to build Tina up, tell her that everything's going to be all right, that we're going to get back home, and that we're going to be reunited with our son at any moment.
Yeah, right. I keep doing the same thing with Christine, but you're not believing it, are you?
Let's just say that I got some doubts. Some real big ones.
So do I. I mean, I didn't want to share that with anybody, but I had to get it out. I was hoping you'd just tell me I was being paranoid.
I wish I could. I mean, I've been thinking maybe Clint will put two and two together and figure out where we are, and he'll start digging to try and get us. But what if he can't get us in time? What if one of these damn booby traps gets us? Or what if this whole mountain comes in on our heads?
See, that's exactly what I've been thinking.
And if it was just my life, I could deal with that, I guess. But Tina's life is involved in this thing, too, man.
I'm really glad that Mary Lynn is not down here, but I'm still can't help myself from worrying about Christine.
I think we're all worried about her. She's had it especially tough because her old man is running around totally irrational all the time.
I really hope that when I get out of here, Mary Lynn understands all this.
Any reason why she shouldn't?
Well, Christine's not in Landview. I'm not in Landview. She probably just assumes that I fell in love with her and ran off with her.
I guess you do have a lot of things on your mind, don't you?
Yeah. You know when people say that if they had their whole lives to live over again, they do it the same way? I used to say that, too. But I can't anymore, Court. I mean, I have regrets, and I want to get the hell out of here so I can fix things.
Oh, yeah, I hear that. I guess I've been thinking more about the future than the past. I mean, what is my son going to think? Both of his parents just disappear like that. What, is he going to think that maybe we abandoned him? Or Clint and Asa, they're going to have to raise my son and all of Clint's kids without Viki's help.
I know. It's so strange how we all have dreams, you know? And then one day we wake up and suddenly find out that that's all they may be. Just sort of, thoughts in midair that used to make us smile.
Oh, so this is where you are.
Hey, Christine, listen, I was just telling Wade that things are going to be going a lot better now because we got that radio working.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it is.
No, I'm not going to yell at you for coming up here, but...
But the show has got to go on without us. Or at least without me. Well, have you heard any news from Dad or the others?
No, I'm afraid not.
Excuse me, Bo.
Yeah.
The crew chief says he's ready.
Okay, tell him to start drilling.
What's the matter? I mean, you look like something's wrong.
No, no, we just have to use a larger drill bit. It's a lot riskier, but it's going to move much faster. Listen, do you have any idea why your father was up here with Viki and the others?
Not really. All we know is that the hotel desk clerk told us he got a message from Cord and then left. And then you know that they found Dad's Jeep here with Cord's notebook inside it, and that's it.
Yeah, but why did Cord ask Roger to help him look for Tina? See, that's what I don't understand. There's so many more other people that they know so much more about this whole mountain than your father does.
Well, I would like to know who led who into this mountain and into this underground city.
Well, you can ask Michael Grand about that.
Look, it was the avalanche, right, that closed the opening to the tunnel?
Yeah.
So, Bo, how do you have any idea that you're in the right spot?
Because all their cars are parked right around here. Plus, so there used to be a poppy field right here. That's where Tina was going to build her house. And also, it was very important to Viki at one time.
In other words, you're just gambling, right? Being here, you know, and seeing how immense this mountain is. These people could be trapped anywhere. Bo!
Take it easy. You have to just take it easy. Look, you came up here looking for reality, and now you're going to have to deal with it. But everybody here is working just as hard as they possibly can. Okay?
Oh, we're finally making progress.
Well, good.
By the way, that new bit is working. We're going to hit that tunnel in no time. Sarah, Megan, how you ladies doing?
I don't know. We're okay. I guess we're a little confused.
Hurry up! Turn it off!
Oh, my God. What have we done?
Roger,
I don't know, Viki.
it sounds different than before.
Yeah, it sounds like something's chewing rocks up. I wonder if machinery could cause that.
What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's a rescue crew. Sounds like an earthquake.
Yeah, maybe the people trying to rescue us are about to kill us. So the radio is working?
Yes, it is, but the problem is we don't know if anyone can hear us.
Okay. Somebody up there, get this message. Stop that drilling!
Wait, Christine!
Viki, wait!
Are you all right?
Yeah, we're okay. Is that it? I hope so.
What happened in here?
Part of the ceiling collapsed.
Some of it almost fell on Christine, but Wade was trying to go back.
This tremor sounded different somehow. It was worse.
Well, we're wondering if the people looking for us up there are using some kind of drill.
Oh, great. That sounds like your good news, bad news proposition, doesn't it? I mean, the good news is that they're up there looking for us, and the bad news is they may kill us.
Honey, are you all right? You look so pale. You going to faint? You want to sit down?
I'm a little shaky, but I'm going to be okay.
Sweetheart, why don't you go and lie down?
No. I've got to go find my father. Who knows what else happened to Eterna?
Yeah, that's true. Wonder where Michael and Gabrielle are. What happened to them?
Wait, why don't you go find everybody else, and I'll go make sure that Christine lies. No, I'm fine. I know, we can't be too sure.
I'll report back.
So what's going on with the S.O.S? Is it still unanswered?
Yes, and it's more urgent that we contact them than ever.
Roger, would the rescue crew have heard the noise in the mountain?
Probably.
Well, then maybe they'll be able to figure out on their own that what they're doing is terribly dangerous for us.
They better figure it out. Our radio isn't working.
No!
I don't have X-ray vision into the mountain, so no, I can't be sure. I can only assume we hit the fault, which means that the fault line is a lot bigger than the seismic maps indicate.
What are you saying? We should stop drilling?
Malcolm, it's safe to use the smaller bit.
I believe so. Anyway, we got to try it. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
It's too bad you didn't know. The smaller bit will take a lot longer, but we don't have any other choice.
No, wait a minute. Now, what are you saying here? That if we use the larger drill, that we could kill them, and if we use the smaller one, we may never reach them?
We have to figure out something else to do, something that's going to work.
Well, I can tell you what to do, little lady. Why don't you grab a shovel and start hauling these rocks? Maybe you can dig a tunnel right to them.
Okay, well, that's fine. That's exactly what I'll do. And then I'm going to get on that television, and I'm going to make a plea, get a bunch of volunteers in here to help me dig and to rescue those people. Just cool it, all right?
I've got a better idea. Why don't you come with me? Come on, let's have a little talk.
I don't want to talk. I want to work.
I'm really sorry for the way she's behaving. We're all under a lot of stress.
No, you don't have to apologize. She just might be right.
Look, honey, why don't you lie down?
I don't need to lie down, Tina. I need a new life. Starting with a new father. Different horoscope, I guess.
I know exactly how you feel.
How can you possibly know how I feel?
Christine, look, my stepfather was a con man. He conned everybody, especially me. And then my real father, Victor Lord, didn't even want to acknowledge that I existed. I didn't even find out till a couple of years ago that he was my father and that I even had any family like Viki.
I never knew any of that.
I know. That's why you didn't think I'd understand, but I do, as well as that I understand, well, let's see, you're kind of hung up on Wade.
Am I that transparent?
Well, I can see it. I don't know that anybody else can.
Well, you know, it's like one of those things that just happens and you never really mean it to happen, but then it does and then you're stuck with it. He's such a great person. I mean, he's the best friend that I ever had.
Well, he must be, or else he wouldn't be here.
Exactly. I don't know, Tina. Life is just so weird. One day things are going really well. You wake up in the morning and you look forward to whatever happens that day. Then one thing goes wrong, and then another, and then another, and then all of a sudden you've totally lost control.
Believe me, I have been in that situation more times than I could probably count, or certainly that I care to remember. But the one thing I've learned about that is that life goes through cycles. And when you're in like a really bad one and everything's going bad, all of a sudden it's going to turn around. You'll have this break and everything will be great. And when you have that break, the important thing is that you learn something from all the bad times. Understand?
Yeah.
Hi, girls. Guess what?
I'm afraid to ask.
That last tremor broke the radio and they're trying to get it fixed again.
No.
Look, I'm going to go check on Court. See if we can use some help.
Thank you.
It'll be all right.
Yeah.
Bye. I found your father. He's passed out in his bedchamber.
What about Gabrielle and Michael?
Oh, they're fine. How you doing? Are you still thinking about that rock that just missed you?
No, not in the way you mean, at least. I was thinking that rock could have solved me a lot of problems.
What the hell are you saying?
Don't tell me that you're not terrified how we might die down here, and I don't mean quick, I mean a slow and painful death.
Okay, yeah, sometimes it gets to me, but I don't sit around thinking about how nice it would be to die quickly.
That's because you have something to look forward to once we get out of here, don't you? What do I have to look forward to? My father going to jail, us too? I have years of guilt and regret, years of hating my father and loving him at the same time.
Christine, listen. Once we get out of here, you can solve the problem with your father. You're just gonna have to break contact with him, that's all. That's the best thing you can do for yourself.
And then I'll be alone. I cannot handle...
You're not gonna be alone. You've got friends, and you're gonna make more friends.
You're trying to give me hope. Well, I'm telling you, there is no hope. That's why having that rock fall on my head didn't seem like such a bad idea.
Why is it that I can care so much about you, and you don't care about yourself?
Because you care. Because I forced you to care.
No, that is ridiculous. I care because you're a wonderful person. And I wouldn't feel these feelings that I feel for you if you weren't.
Clint, have you slept at all?
Oh, I caught a few winks last night, but I've been worried about Kevin and Joey. You know, what they're thinking, what they're feeling.
Listen, I would be more than happy to stop by and check on them.
Would
if
you?
Like. Yeah.
I'd really appreciate that. Well, at least we're drilling and not causing any more tremors than we are closer to the tunnel than Viki and your father.
Say, Clint, you know, this business about whether or not Viki is my mother or Megan's mother.
Yeah, what about it?
I know that I resisted it pretty much at first, but I did do a little investigating. Mostly because Victor Lord funded my father's EnviroCare organization.
And?
Well, I talked to his former assistant, Miss Lovett. Now, she says that she remembers when Megan and I were born, that Megan and I are definitely Mom and Dad's daughter. In fact, she even has birth certificates that say when and to whom we were born.
Well, I know. She gave Viki the same information.
So, I mean, I thought that was that, but now Look, Miss Lovett could have lied. And certainly those birth certificates could have been forged by someone as powerful and with as much money as Victor Lord.
What's your point?
My mother told me that she and my dad have been keeping a secret from Megan and I. And with everything that's going on here, I just cannot help but believe that somehow this is all connected. That probably I'm Vicky's daughter.
Well, you could be right. But at this point, it might not matter much anymore.
Fine. Call the governor. Have him send out the National Guard. If we had another 1,000 men here, it wouldn't do a bit of good, Megan. We couldn't punch one hole into this mountain. Everybody has to come out through that tunnel.
Okay, I just want to know when, okay, Bo? When?
I'm not going to argue with you anymore. You know why? You just talk. You don't listen. What do you want me to tell you? This whole situation's hopeless? No. Everybody down there's going to die?
No, of course I don't want you to.
Well, you want to win this argument? Because that's the only way you can win it.
I just want you to convince me that what's going on here makes sense, that these people know what they're doing, that's all.
Like you? You want to run this whole show?
No, I am not an expert.
Yeah, well, you sure act like one. You act like you're the expert in charge of gloom.
Okay, fine, all right? I'm throwing a tantrum because I'm just afraid.
You're a prime candidate for the Buchanan family. You know that?
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. We act the same way when we're under stress.
All right, I just thought that... Never mind. All right, I'm just going to pull myself together, okay? I need to start thinking positively with it.
Well, that sounds good.
But you know, the odds of them coming out of there are so low that I can't just walk around here without yelling.
Well, then why don't you try crying? Because maybe that's an alternative to yelling that's not going to drive all the rest of us nuts.
No, because if I start crying, I may not stop, okay?
Maybe a hug will be easy.
Megan, are you all right? Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. What, you just got dust particles in both of your eyes? No, I allowed myself to get upset about Dad. But it's his fault. Bo's the boss. He told me to do it.
That's right. I did. I sure did. I'd already seen her screen test as far as yelling, and I just wanted to see if she'd be able to cry on cue.
All right, but I'm fine now. No more crying. No more yelling. I'm going to behave like a mature adult. But, you know, I can't just stand around here and do nothing.
What about being a soap opera star? Does that appeal to you?
I wasn't lying when I told you earlier that I don't have any scenes this afternoon.
Oh, fine. We're paying you all that money just to do 2 scenes in a day?
Well, yeah. Favorite kind of shows. Look, actually, I do have to get back to Landview. I really have to help Mary Lynn out, and I promised Clint that I'd check in on the kids.
Well, Mary Lynn, and she'd probably be able to handle it herself today. You could check on the kids and then come back up, couldn't you?
We have a deal, don't we? Besides, I really want to check in on Joey and Kevin and Jessica.
All right. I appreciate it.
Listen, I will call you the minute we know anything, I promise. Maybe you should call Mom. I didn't realize that this was going to take this long. She should know about Dad.
All right, yeah, I'll definitely try to get in touch with her. In the meantime, would you two stay out of trouble, please? And don't take any chances that you don't need to. There are already enough people up on there making me...
No. Listen. I don't want you to worry about us, okay? And you be careful driving down a hill because it's still icy there.
Thank you. Take care, sweetie. See you later. All right.
She's quite a lady, your sister. Of course, you're quite a lady, too.
Well, I guess you could say it runs in the family.
What's your mama like, Megan?
My mom?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. She's great. She's very warm and caring. Actually, she cares about the whole world so much to the point you think she gave birth to all of us.
course, we have had our ups and downs, believe me. I don't think I fit into the script that she wrote for me. But we love each other. Anyway, enough on that subject, Mr. Buchanan. Put me to work. Otherwise, I'm going to start screaming and yelling again. I am ready to haul some rocks. I'm ready to help with this rescue effort.
Right this way.
We need warmth, and we need physical contact, and we need hope.
And love. Use that word. Because it's certainly what I'm feeling. I love you. I am in love with you. And I need you so much.
This bad wire, this must be the problem. I'll see if I can pirate one from over there. I'll be right back.
Well, try it. Try anything.
I can't.
Never mind. To Mary Lynn.
No, that's not it.
Don't lie to me. You tell me to feel warmth. You tell me to feel hope. And then you pull away from me again.
Christine, I'm not lying to you. It's just that I just now realized something that I hadn't before. I mean, in my head, I've been, building a life for us here in Eterna. I mean, I see us together in the future. You know, just getting through the days and nights. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Sort of. You're accepting the possibility that we might never get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. And despite what I told you this morning, and despite what I said about hope, I am pretty damn scared myself. And I guess I just gave up thinking about what life's gonna be like above ground again. I forgot about my marriage. I forgot about everything. I'm so sorry.
Fear makes us do really foolish things, you know, like baring our souls.
Christine, I never meant to make you feel badly. I never meant to lead you on. You are a wonderful woman. And you're you're the best friend I've ever had. And on top of that, you're just lovely. Please, please don't let this take away from your confidence.
And I don't have much of that right now. It has nothing to do with you, though. Just my crummy father, my crummy life. Don't get me started. I'm whining all the time. You know, and I'm not usually like this. Yeah.
I know. This place has made us all a little crazy. Listen, I gotta go for a walk, just to clear my head a little bit.
Fine. I'll, work on my attitude while you're gone. Maybe they got the radio fixed by now.
Yeah, maybe. See you in a bit.
All right, Roger, here you go. Why don't you try that right now?
Okay, here goes.
Ooh, yeah, you got it. Something here.
Right.
Let me tighten it down. All right.
Okay, now I think we can start signaling again.
Well, if there's anyone up there with a radio receiver, they're bound to hear the SOS signal, aren't they?
Oh, thank God. Then we are going to see everybody else we love.
You hold on to that thought.
Hey.
You changed clothes.
Yeah. I decided to trade in symbolism for cleverness. Come here. How are you doing?
Okay. Roger is very, very good at making me believe that all will be well.
Well, he seems very protective of you. In fact, sometimes when I look at him, I just... Well, do you think it might be possible he could still be in love with you?
No, I doubt it. I doubt it. I think we're both just terribly emotional about being together and having the truth finally come out. I tell you what, let's just concentrate on getting out of here.
I want to introduce you guys to our police operator here. This is Gil. Gil, this is Clint Buchanan, Bo Buchanan.
Howdy. How are you?
Now, we set up here because we weren't able to pick anything up over by the drilling site.
Whoa, you're a soap opera queen, strong as a bull. She's hauling rocks away like mad.
Well, that's good. I'll keep her busy. Hey, Clint, Sarah drove back to Landview. She wanted to go by the station and then plus check on your kids.
Well, why don't you take a break and go along with her?
No. I think I'll just see how Megan's doing. Let me know if you hear anything.
Whoa, what's that, anything?
Quiet. Is that a signal, Gil?
Hard to tell, Captain. Could be anything. Might even be somebody's toaster.
Toaster? No toasters in this area?
No, it's nothing but static. The thing is, this band is closed to ham operators.
It's changed again. Try another band, Gil.
Yeah, we're just picking up noises that aren't, in hopes that we hear one so badly.